Hello and welcome to Spiritually Fine Tuned. This reading is going to be from the 20th to the 27th, and oh my goodness, I'm waiting on fall. Side note, I feel like the fall is coming in and it just feels kind of peaceful a little bit, a lot better than the summer. The summer was okay until August hit. You know, I think August is supposed to be the hottest month. But anyway, that was just a side note because I feel like it's the end of September, we're going into October. It's about to be lovely. So, this reading is for, I'm reading it. Today is the 20th. And it's going to be a weekly. So, whenever you see it. But we're going to get started. This is going to be for Sagittarius. I don't know why I feel like Sagittarius should get this reading. And maybe you guys are feeling more peaceful since the weather is changing, or maybe you're just feeling more peaceful overall, because that's what I felt the need to say. But we're going to see if you hear any noise in the background. It is okay. It's probably one of my kids. So, okay, we got a card. Challenges. Ooh, it says unbearable situations throw you directly into God's arm. If you are open, please take over divine and guide the right actions. Please take this burden and show me your will. So, I guess you guys may be faced with some challenges, or you may have recently overcome some challenges. But it says when situations are unbearable, it just pulls you closer to God. So whatever you have gone through or you're going through now is only to get you closer to God. And these cards come with the prayer, so it says please take over divine and guide the right action. So you can just ask for them to guide you through the challenges. They might have passed, they may be going on this week, but remember, we all are overcomers, and He never puts more on us than we can bear. And even if you can't handle it, my God is awesome. So, but I really feel like since when I started this, I was talking about peace. I really feel like these challenges may have already occurred, and you may be going into a level of peace. But I'll just get another card to see if these challenges are occurring now or afterwards. But it may be that after these challenges, it's gonna bring about a newfound peace. So your life, or because of these challenges, you have found some inner peace within yourself, because you know what doesn't kill us makes us stronger. So these challenges were just for you to face maybe your fears, maybe a shadow, maybe if you have trust issues. Flood, express the ocean of your emotion, and maybe you're challenged in the level of your emotions, because you know fire signs are not as emotional as water signs, but it doesn't mean they don't feel like water signs. They feel like everybody feels something, you know what I mean? You ain't just feeling nothing unless you numb and you want to be. But it says express the ocean of your emotions. So maybe your challenge is opening up emotionally, because I did want to see what card would come. So maybe your challenge is opening up emotionally, and maybe you don't know how to do that, or you don't feel comfortable doing that because of everything that you've gone through. And Sagittarius, I think you just had your Saturn transit. Whew, a lot, huh? 3 years. And Jupiter is back after this long time, so maybe with everything that's going on in your life, you're learning how to open up more, be more emotional, because you know people feel more when they connect with you. And you always want to connect with a person on an emotional level without being overly emotional, without being like no emotion, because it's good to feel some even balance, because some people have no emotion, so you can't really connect with them, and some people have too many emotions and you can't connect with them. So basically, all in all, your challenges is opening up emotionally, or maybe even accepting somebody else's emotions towards you, because it says please take this burden and show me your will. And maybe the burdens and challenges is all dealing with emotions. What's this? It's all about emotions. I'm gonna get an indigo angel card to see what it says concerning this challenge of yours and these emotions, and how to properly assess what's going on. Up there, your card. It says, well, you got 3. You got 3. I'm gonna redo it because I just want 1. But it said apologize, self-acceptance, and self-care. So either you or somebody else needs to apologize. Always accept yourself, whether you're emotional or not. Always accept yourself, and make sure that you have a lot of time for yourself. Your self-care. Those were 3 cards, but I don't want that because I need one. But just in case you want to know what it was, because some people like to say, why you didn't take that card? But that's what it was. And there's a lot of people apologizing. I think because, like I say, I keep saying the fall coming in, and there's 2 cards. You must need a lot of cards. The fall is coming in. They say friendship and time to create. The fall is coming in, and it's just making everybody just feel all lovey-dovey, and I appreciate that. So if there is anybody you need to apologize to, it's okay to do that. And that may be a challenge. And if it's somebody else's apology, you might not feel like it's sincere because it's probably non-emotional, or you don't feel it the way you want to, or somebody could feel like your apology is not sincere because it's not said with emotion. You're like not boo-hooing over the apology, because some people apologize and break down, and some people apologize sincerely without breaking down. And there's a fine barrier between what people view as real and fake these days. It's blurred. It's all one big mirage. Nobody knows what's real. Nobody knows what's fake anymore. It's how I feel. Because fake stuff look real and real stuff look fake. So you can be honest about your apology with no emotion, and people feel like, oh, she didn't break down, or he didn't do it like this, so it's not sincere. And you can be more sincere than them actually breaking down, because people know how to cry wolf these days. So I'm just saying, let's see what is the message following this challenge and emotion. I only did 3 cards. I know more than that. Okay, so it's the X for a sign. So this the one that came out by. So X for a sign when it comes to these challenges and burdens, because sometimes we take on challenges too that are not necessarily for us to take on, and sometimes with these emotions it can get out of control. So it's just saying X for a sign if you feel like your emotions are too much or the challenges are too much. X for a sign if you should continue, and also X for a sign. What's your message? Please take this burden and show me your will. Ask for God to show you His will. Ask for a sign. Like, what's your will? Is this the right way to go? Should I be doing this? Is this the way I need to handle this situation? And when it comes to your emotions, they may be deep, and you might not want to give it to anyone. And so you should always ask God, is it okay if I open up emotionally to this person? Can you prepare? A young lady prayed for me. Well, she was older than me, but I'm just saying, a young lady, she was like, I pray that God prepare the hearts of people that you're about to encounter so that they receive you well, because it's hard to receive a person when their emotions are blocked off, and that may be the challenge, that your emotions are blocked off. So it may not even be you blocking anyone out, and it may not be anyone blocking you out. It's just that emotionally you're feeling challenged, because you might just not want to deal with your emotions. Like I said, you're at peace. So when somebody's at peace, it's like, don't disturb my peace. And I don't want to be being all emotional, because emotional is and you can be emotional and be at peace, but nevertheless when you're at peace, it's like, I don't feel like being emotional. So anyway, you got X for a sign, because I feel like I'm just jabbering on and on. But anyway, you got X for a sign. So bottom of the deck is believe in yourself. So just believe that you can overcome these challenges, and believe that your emotions are beautiful. They're not in vain. And if you feel like you want to guard yourself and keep your emotions to yourself, that is totally okay. As a Sagittarius, I already know you just like all action, all play, until you feel like opening up when you find that right thing or that right person. And that is okay, but always ask for a sign to make sure that the way you're going about it is a mature way, and the way that you're going about it is being received. Because you can still connect with people without being so emotional, but there's a certain depth in emotions. Like they said, express the ocean of your emotions. Certain depth in your emotions that are viewed as beautiful. So Sagittarius, this is really laid back, really peaceful. It's just about overcoming challenges, and I really feel like you can do it. Give it all to God, and remember that these challenges are bringing you closer to Him, closer to what's meant for you. If you get closer to God, everything that's meant for you starts to come in, and it starts to accumulate in a positive way. So that's your reading. That's your weekly. Hopefully you enjoy it. Again, this is spiritually fine-tuning. Remember, I only do what you need to fine-tune, what you need to work on. So basically, you're just working on delving into those emotions and overcoming your challenges. Thank you, and have a nice, I was going to say supportive week. So maybe you're going to get some support, but have a supportive week. And if you don't have any support, I'm here to support you. I want you to know you have a supportive week. And my hand is popping up. I don't know why.